Hey there, it's Rachel from All About the House. In this video I'm going to do a review of the Ashley Shelley planner for 2017. So if you follow my blog, you know that I'm trying a whole bunch of different planners this year, and the Ashley Shelley planner was one that I'm really keen to try. So I reached out to Ashley and I said, hey, will you give me the planner for free to do a review? And she was like, sure. So very nice of her to do that, thank you. So in terms of size, it is a bit thinner, or not as wide as the Erin Condren. Using that as a benchmark because most of you will know the size of that one. So it's about 7 inches wide by about 9 inches high, so it's a bit taller than most other planners, but I do quite like the size. It feels nice and compact without sacrificing a lot of planning space. So very good size. It's quite wide because it is rather thick with this cover, like chipboard or thick cardstock. It is really sturdy. It's not going to get knocked around and damaged, and it also has these really nice corners on it with like the silver to protect it from getting damaged as well. Really love the colors. They are really nice and bright, and it looks very nice, high quality. Really impressed with it. On the front and the inside, it's got a pocket folder to put your bills and other temporary storage, a clip top like zip plastic sleeve that you can put stickers in, which is very handy, and I like that it's at the front of the planner, so you can find it really easily. It's very accessible. The front page where you can put who it belongs to, and then some planner tips from her, which I always like to see how other people use their planners, especially from the designer, to get some ideas. An inspiration board page. The paper is quite thin, so if you do write on it, you'll probably see it bleed through to the other side of the page. As an example, if I go in real close, you can see the outline of those boxes there. It's not too bad, and I will be doing some pen testing, which I'll include in the post that will go along with this video. Okay, so we've got the inspiration board page, we've got an important contacts page, and then this one I really like is the meal ideas. So breakfast, dinner and lunches, very handy. I wish more planners included that. A planning overview section, so your standard like monthly planning that comes with most calendars. I like that it's open-ended, so you could use this for birthdays and special events, or you could do like product launches, which is what I tend to do it for, all that sort of planning, blog posts, etc., rather than it being like restrictive. So I like the open boxes, so you can use it forever you like. Another thing I really like about this planner is that the yearly overview for the current year and the following year are on the same page. So it's really annoying when it's on 2 pages and you have to keep flicking back and forth, because then you can just put the planner like that and you've got it all there on the one page and you can look at everything all at once easily. So very much like that feature. Then we've got the holidays list for 2017. Note that it is US holidays because this planner is from the USA, as most of them are. I really like how neatly it's laid out with the holiday and then the dates, and all in order as well, so ending with December, starting with January. And then this paper is fairly thick on the monthly, like for the tabs. It's a bit thicker than the normal paper, so on the back on this side it'll be a bit thicker as well. Okay, so January has a 2-page monthly calendar. I really like the calendar because it is lined, so it makes it much easier to write on. Another feature that I really like is the fact that the public holidays or national holidays are printed on the top line beside the number. So it really drives me nuts when planners put it down the bottom here, because then you lose a lot of planning space rather than just putting it on the top line. So very much like that feature. You've got the previous month, the current month in the calendar, and then the following month. The monthly view starts on a Sunday, which I found quite odd because the weekly view starts on a Monday. So I'm not sure why planner companies do that. Maybe there's some logic behind it, but I personally find it a bit weird. And then we've got the lined notes column down the side here that you could turn it into anything you like. The calendar boxes are quite big, so they really maximize the page size. You've got a fair bit of room to write there. It is, I've got my ruler. So they are about 1.5 inches high by probably about 1.25 inches wide. So it's a fairly big calendar box size, so I like that it maximizes the space, very functional layout. Next we have the monthly planning space. So for January it's got 2 pages, which is good. You can plan out all the special dates, bucket list, all this sort of goal setting, which is more than what most planners include, so I really like the layout. I also like this section here of things you're not going to do that month, rather than just this is what I am going to do. So sort of like all-round improvement in this monthly spread, rather than just here's the goals. It's got more of like the reflection planning. which is very handy. This note space, so I really like these notes pages because this one has 2 columns, so it'd be really good for a checklist for the month, and then also just the blank lines that go across the whole page. And then we go into the weekly spread. So this is the main reason that I really wanted to try this planner. I love horizontal planners. I'm not really into vertical, they just don't work for me. The columns are too narrow, so your text gets spread over multiple and you can't fit as much in them as you can with a horizontal planner. So the main reason I was really drawn to this one is because it has a different layout than your usual standard horizontal. So it's got the option here if you do want to plan by hour or put in your appointments. I personally don't plan by hour, so what I'm intending to do when I use this planner for the 52 planners in 52 weeks challenge is to put a number. So I'm going to list out all my tasks and then number them in the order of priority that I need to get them done, and I'm going to draw a little checkbox similar to that over here and use it that way rather than putting hours in. But it's also good if you do have some appointments, because I'm not someone that plans by hour, but sometimes I'll have like a hair appointment or something, then that's a really convenient way to like use it however you like, hourly or with checklist. And then there's also a built-in to-do list. I really like this to due today, so if you were a student, you could do school assignments or exams that are due. It'd be really good for bills. I'm personally going to use it for blog posts, that day's blog posts, and I also really like the dinner section. It's enough that you could fit 2 lines of text if you also wanted to record lunch in this space as well. And at the top of the week, we've got, I'm not really into the monthly word thing, but if you are someone that is like into quotes and all that sort of stuff, then it's there. And we've got the notes section, which again is 2 columns. I would probably use this as a habit tracker space, like get some stickers and put it over the top. And I really like that it's at the start of the week rather than being shoved down the bottom over here, because then it's like, this is what I'm going to do this week, and then all this is how I'm going to actually get it done. So I really like when they include at the top of the spread. So then the other thing I'll point out is that it starts on a Monday, but the calendar starts on a Sunday. Not sure why they did that, but anyway. And then the weekend is not shared, so I love when they don't share it and they give you the same amount of space to plan your weekend as the rest of the days of the week, because that's when I do most things on a Saturday and Sunday when I'm not at my day job. So it's got the same layout, same planning space, and it also includes the national holidays up here, which is very handy. The other thing that I really like about this planner is that it has these perforated corners, so you can just rip it off to keep track of the week that you're up to. Very handy feature, and I really wish that more planners did that. It's so cute, so functional, love it. And then the rest of the planner is the same spread throughout. There could be more notes pages at the back. That would be my one con to this planner, because it just ends with the week and that's it. So definitely some more notes pages at the back would be beneficial. Maybe a password log instead of the important contacts page at the start of the planner. And then again, the back cover is very sturdy, like cardstock chipboard. You can see how thick it is. That is not going to get damaged anytime soon. The tabs are laminated and the month is printed on the front and the back. Some planners are like cheapskate and they'll only print it on the front, but this one has it on the front and the back. The colors are really nice and vibrant, and the tabs are like laminated, so they're fairly durable. So I'm very happy with this planner. Love it. Can't wait to use it for the planner challenge. I'll include the dimensions below, as well as in the post, which will go with this video, which will also have photos of all the inside layouts if you didn't want to watch the video again to have a look. So that is my review of the Ashley Shelley planner. One thing to note, it is quite thick, so it's probably about 1 inch thick. Keep that in mind. It's not too heavy, but it is heavier than most of the other planners that have laminated covers, purely because this one has a thicker cardstock one, so it does add a little bit of weight, but it's still okay that you could carry it in your handbag without feeling like you're lugging around like a dictionary. So very much like this planner, and I'll include that link to the blog post below if you wanted to read more of my review on it and how I'm going to use it, etc. Thanks for watching. Bye!